Huge story. Harry Kane prepares for North London comeback. Spurs fans can start believing. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Harry Kane's future could be about to take a sensational twist, and Spurs fans have every reason to be excited. According to Raphael Honigstein, speaking to talkSPORT, this season is expected to be Kane's last in the Bundesliga, with Bayern Munich already preparing for life after their star striker. The England captain, who left Tottenham in 2023 in search of trophies, has taken Germany by storm with an astonishing goal-scoring record. But the door now appears wide open for an emotional return to North London. Kane has started the current campaign in typically ruthless fashion, continuing to find the back of the net at a staggering rate, but sources close to the club believe that the 32-year-old is ready for a new challenge, and a return to England is firmly on the cards. Tottenham hold a unique advantage should Kane decide to come home. They have first refusal on any deal before other Premier League clubs can make a move. That means if Kane is serious about completing unfinished business in N17, Spurs are perfectly placed to make it happen. Bayern's transfer activity hints at a future without Kane. The Bavarian giants have reportedly already started their succession planning, bringing in high-profile attacking reinforcements such as Luis Diaz and Nicholas Jackson. These moves are widely seen as preparation for a major departure, and few would be surprised if Kane bids farewell to the Allianz Arena next summer. The post-Daniel Levy era has begun, and with Qatari investment looking increasingly likely, the financial firepower to secure a blockbuster deal for Kane would no longer be an obstacle. A move of this magnitude would send shockwaves through English football and immediately signal Spurs' ambition to challenge at the very highest level. For Kane himself, the motivation is clear. He sits just 47 goals shy of Alan Shearer's legendary Premier League record of 260, a milestone many thought untouchable. A return to Tottenham would allow him to chase history at the club where he became a global superstar, while also giving him a chance to finally lift silverware in a Spurs shirt under the ambitious new project being built a Hotspur way. With Bayern braced for his departure, Tottenham financially ready for a marquee signing, and Kane still at the peak of his powers, it feels like the perfect moment for the prodigal son to return home. For Spurs fans, the prospect of seeing Harry Kane leading the line again and potentially firing the club to glory while breaking Shearer's record is nothing short of mouth-watering. Spurs could finally be set to land one of Serie A's most in-form attackers this January, as reports suggest Thomas Frank is quietly confident of sealing a deal for Atalanta star Ademola Lookman. Spurs came close to making a late move for the Nigerian forward during the summer transfer window, but never submitted an official bid, despite holding talks and gathering all the necessary details about a potential transfer. Lookman, who was crowned the 2024 African Player of the Year at the prestigious CAF Awards in Marrakesh, enjoyed a spectacular campaign last season. The 27-year-old netted 20 goals and registered 7 assists in 40 appearances across all competitions, playing mainly as a second striker, but also being capable of operating on either wing. His versatility, pace and clinical edge make him a perfect fit for Frank's fluid attacking system at Tottenham. Over the summer, Atalanta were reportedly open to selling the forward for £43 million. But negotiations never progressed as Spurs prioritised other areas of the squad. However, Lookman's situation has since changed dramatically. He trained away from the first team in August after pushing for a move, and will now link up with new manager Ivan Juric for the first time. This could open the door for Tottenham to revisit the deal, with a much lower price tag now being suggested. According to Sportsboom, Tottenham's head coach is a big admirer of Lookman and believes the North London club have a genuine opportunity to land him for as little as £20 million in the upcoming window, less than half of Atalanta's original asking price. Frank is said to be urging the club's hierarchy to make a formal offer, seeing Lookman as an ideal addition who can raise the team's attacking threat in the second half of the campaign. Of course, Spurs are not alone in their pursuit. Italian giants Juventus are also interested in the former Everton man, which could lead to a fierce battle for his signature. However, Tottenham's financial muscle and ambition to compete for major honours could give them the edge if they decide to act decisively. For Spurs, this could be a golden opportunity. Signing a proven, in-form forward of Lookman's quality for £20 million would represent a bargain in today's market. His direct style, eye for goal, and ability to create something out of nothing could be exactly what Tottenham need to boost their attack as they chase a top-4 finish and look to go deep in the cup competitions. If Tottenham make their move early and get this deal done, it could prove to be one of the smartest signings of the January transfer window. Lookman is at the peak of his powers, hungry for a fresh challenge and perfectly suited to the Premier League. The pieces are falling into place. Now it's up to Spurs to strike while the iron is hot. Tottenham to be preparing a major midfield shake-up ahead of the January transfer window, with Conor Gallagher emerging once again as a top target. The England international has been thriving in Spain since his £34 million move to Atletico Madrid in 2024, becoming an integral part of Diego Simeone's side and adapting impressively to the demands of La Liga. His energy, tenacity and work rate have turned him into a fan favourite in the Spanish capital, but that may not stop Spurs from making a renewed push to bring him back to the Premier League. Reports suggest that Tottenham are prepared to back Thomas Frank with further reinforcements in the winter market, despite already adding 8 fresh faces to the squad over the summer. Gallagher, at 25, is entering his prime years and represents exactly the type of player Frank is said to admire: relentless, mobile, and capable of covering huge ground in midfield while contributing both defensively and offensively. The deal would require a significant financial commitment, as Atletico would likely demand at least the fee they paid Chelsea last year to sanction a departure for one of their key players. Yet, Tottenham are believed to be undeterred by the potential outlay, with sources close to the club indicating that they see Gallagher as a long-term solution and would be willing to offer him a lucrative 5-year deal. This potential move takes on even greater importance when considering the situation surrounding Rodrigo Bentancur. The Uruguayan midfielder's contract is running down and is set to expire at the end of the current campaign. Atletico Madrid have been heavily linked with Bentancur and could sign him on a pre-contract agreement as early as January. Should that scenario unfold, Spurs would lose one of their most experienced and technically assured midfielders without receiving a transfer fee. Gallagher would not just be a replacement, he would bring a different dimension to Tottenham's midfield. While Bentancur is known for his composure and distribution, Gallagher offers a more dynamic and aggressive style, pressing high, breaking lines with his runs, and injecting intensity into games. This profile fits seamlessly with Thomas Frank's philosophy, which relies on hard-working, versatile midfielders capable of sustaining Tottenham's high-energy approach. Although Gallagher has faced criticism in the past during his time at Chelsea and even for England, there is little doubt about his quality and potential. A return to London could give him the platform to silence any remaining doubters and become a cornerstone of Spurs' midfield for years to come. If Tottenham can strike a deal with Atletico, it could be one of the smartest moves of the January window. Gallagher's arrival would not only offset the potential loss of Bentancur, but would also send a strong message to the rest of the league. Tottenham are ready to compete at the very highest level, with a midfield built for the future. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Tottenham, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together, we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs.